Oh, hello there. Yes, well, good grief. Whizzing our way through midweek. Such as the bank holiday ones, yes. Anyways, yesterday was slightly unexpected news, the Indian trade deal. And as usual, you might expect the opposition, such as it is, with Ms. Badenoch, were jumping up and down about it because, of course, it was appalling what the Labour Party are giving away. But one has have the feeling, of course, that Badenoch would have given her, well, bits of facial features to actually manage to get such a deal, because she used to jet around the world giving away, well, pretty much anything for nothing. Still, that's the nature of that. I guess that post-Trump, there wasn't necessarily a huge freedom of movement clauses in it, which is probably the reason why it's been signed quite quickly. Now, the Tories would have found that very, very, very toxic, of course, and probably wouldn't have been able to get it past anybody, even Mrs. Badenoch. But the example of this kind of nasty, duplicitous hypocrisy that we have to put up with, I think, is very much on evidence, both from the Labour Party and the Reform Party and the Tory Party. And there was a prime example of that yesterday, before the Indian trade deal news came out, from everybody's favourite multi-time Home Secretary, Suella Braverman. Do you remember her? Yeah, she had to come back because she was the only one that could stop the boats. Anyway, she's writing yet another article about the fact that she couldn't stop the boats, which, is worthwhile just unpacking slightly. So there was this, my 3-point plan to end the mass migration scandal. It's not xenophobic to say the numbers must come down. It's basic arithmetic. Yes, it is xenophobic because that's your stock in trade, isn't it? That's basically what you do these days. But it's worthwhile just diving into some of the text, okay? Net migration peaked at 906,000 in the year to June 2023, a historic level. I was Home Secretary at the time. Oh, were you? So who's responsible then? I guess it must have been, like Trump says, it must be Joe Biden's fault, yeah? Fighting an often lonely battle within Cabinet to apply the brakes. Yes, it was just her. She was the only one that could stop the boats, except she couldn't because all the other nasty people stopped her. Come back to those. The battle was largely lost. The subsequent year saw numbers fall to 728,000, but even this reduced figure is a crisis. Yes, still under your watch. When I arrived at the Home Office in September 22, I was under no illusions. Really, because you told everybody that you definitely had a solution to it. So presumably you were either lying to us or under illusions. I don't really know, which is it. Anyway, the system was out of control. By July 22, the number of work and study visas issued had crossed the 1 million mark, a staggering figure for a supposedly post-Brexit immigration regime. Yes, and we were told, weren't we, in 2019, that it was all going to be sorted. Well, it was all going to be sorted. It was all going to be sorted. It was all going to be sorted. But magically it wasn't, was it? Even with Suella, who had to come back because she was the only one that could stop the boats, and, well, didn't at all. Under no illusions, apparently, except she was stabbed in the back by all the bad people, or something. I had a plan, oh right, but only fragments were implemented before the election cycle reasserted its grip. What, in July 22? Now, I seem to recall that we had an election about 2 years later. So, are you telling me that Suella Braverman couldn't do anything because the election cycle had kicked in 2 years out? Yeah, I can certainly buy into that if I was a fan of Suella Braverman. There must be a few people out there because, astoundingly, the people in her constituency keep voting for her. I don't understand the mentality that thinks, yeah, those are the kind of Tory values that I go for. Somebody that can't do anything and moans about it in the pages of the Daily Telegraph, which you get paid for it. Brilliant. The plan, however, still stands. Oh, okay then. If any government truly serious about restoring public confidence, here's what must happen. What? Maybe just trying to tell the truth and not just blaming other people, Suella. Being an adult. Yes, that thing about, accepting responsibility. That if, you promise to do something and don't deliver, then that's your problem, isn't it? Maybe not, eh? Anyway, just to finish off, we must stop pretending that endless inflows are compatible with social coherence or economic realism. Britons are tired of being told they're bigoted for wanting borders. Well, maybe then if they're being told those kind of things by bigots, how about that? Yeah, because you used the word xenophobic at the beginning, but I think you did actually mean something else. That R word, that nasty R word, which you're happy to play on, and Britons, maybe, yeah, people like me are being a bit bored of being told that we're bigots, but we are faced every day with bigots telling us what needs to be done. Tired of technocratic euphemisms? Leave that one just as it stands. Tired of promises that evaporate the moment ministers are confronted by the blob? Yeah, you see, it wasn't her fault that she couldn't do anything, even though 2 years out from an election, all the gits in the senior civil servants and the cabinet were there to stop her. God, if only we'd had her as Führer or something, eh? Yes. Anyway, safely, her particular job as female dark-skinned leader of the Tory party was nicked by someone else who's now going to complain about a trade deal that she certainly would have given her right eye teeth for, whatever those things are. Can you have eyes teeth? I don't know. Anyway, yes, they wonder why there's a plague on all of their houses. Yes, tired of all of this stuff. Maybe just get on with it, okay? Talk about something that's deliverable. And, this is the thing that will happen to reform as well. Oh, we're going to stop the votes, and your local councillor will be there sitting patiently doing surgeries or something, thinking, how am I in Durham expected to stop boats in Dover? Well, you make the promises, you try and deal with it. But no doubt it'll be the blob, won't it? Yeah, the Durham-based blob. Or maybe it'll be the Reform colleagues that are stabbing them in the back, because after all, they wouldn't want to be seen as bigots, would they? Anyway, do have a glorious Wednesday. Why don't you? And remember, if it isn't glorious, it's bound to be someone else's fault. After all, you're the adult.